Hi, and welcome to Lincoln, third grade. I'm Mrs. Porish, room 306.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Arnold in room 302.
Hi, Mrs. Rogers in room 304.
We are going to give you a presentation with what is happening in third grade for your class for the new school year. We know it's virtual learning and this has been very hard. Please email any of us at any time with questions and concerns. We're all trying to get through this together, and we will. To start off, I'm going to talk about the third grade curriculum and a little bit about the PSSA test that we may or may not be taking in April. In third grade, we have ELA, it's English Language Arts. We do a program called CKLA. CKLA starts off as a review of second grade skills that we are doing currently right now in Unit 1, and it will progressively get harder. We highly encourage you to read with your child at home and practice the lessons that we completed for that day. There are activity books that you got in your blue bag when you came to pick them up at school for Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3. There are readers online that the students can access through their Amplify app on their Clever website. Please have an extra notebook because we do take notes and jot down key vocabulary words during that time. Here are the three pictures of the activity books that we will be using. Unit 1 is Classic Tales. We will be finishing this up by next week. Then we'll be starting into Animal Classification, Unit 2, and Unit 3 is the Human Body. We understand that your child did miss part of their second grade school year. Because of that, they did miss out on probably learning some of the words that are definitely needed for third grade. This is a list of all the words that preschool through third graders need to know by the end of third grade to help them become better readers. Please go over these words with your child every night. Have them practice them. They should be able to read them without any problems. Third grade math. Third grade math is the year that the students learn more. It's a building year. It will be a difficult year, but that's okay. A lot more of the parents have problems than the students actually have problems. We do Ready Math. You have two books. You have an instruction book, which has lots of colorful pictures, and the practice book that is all red. We do a lot more work out of the practice book with practice problems. You can go back at any time to look at the instruction book to see how we introduce the concept to the students. Again, they definitely need an extra notebook. Math is very drawing, writing, equations, or a dry erase board. Either one of those is good to have. I thought this was perfect because every parent says this to us at conferences and open house. I don't know that way. Why would they change the math? We didn't really change the math. We're just diving deeper into the math so the students have a better understanding of the concepts. Some major math concepts. Multiplication, division. We have already started multiplication and we're currently working on division. Third graders are awesome at multiplication, division, but they are not that great at addition and subtraction. You need to keep practicing those. It's just the way it works. By the end of third grade, they will understand all addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We do start fractions. Fractions will take a month or two to have them understand the basic concept of a fraction. When we get into adding and subtraction, that's when we regroup and we borrow. Graphs, bars, lines, pictographs, telling time. Not only can they read digital and analog clocks, they need to be able to tell us time quarter after and 2 or half past the hour. Measuring is centimeters and inches. Hopefully we will all be back in person at that time so we can have the children using rulers. Everyday activities. It is highly recommended and suggested that you read with your child or have your child read to you, a younger sibling, for 20 minutes a day. That's it. If that's all you can do, that's perfect. And that will help increase their fluency, their vocabulary, and their comprehension. Also huge, please practice basic math facts: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Making sure that they, school's over, making sure that they know addition, subtraction facts to 20, multiplication, division facts, 10, even up to 12s. Mrs. Arnold will be taking over now.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Arnold. We really miss you here in the classroom. We're pretty lonely without you. But we want to talk a little bit about online learning because we're using the computer that is in front of you and in front of us right now a lot this year. So we're going to walk you through some of the most important places that you're going to need to go on your computer every day. The first thing you need to know is the Erie School District website. It's eriesd.org. That should pop up as your homepage every time you open your computer. If it doesn't, you can just type it into the search bar. Once you get there, if you click on students, it's going to take you to the student portal. There's a ton of important information in the student portal, including Schoology. Schoology is the platform that we're using this year to get to our Zooms, to get to our work, to get to our slides. Everything that the kids are going to need to submit to us will be through Schoology. To get into Schoology, you probably know this because you've done it many times already, but you're going to log in by entering your 6-digit student ID number. When you're in school, we refer to that as your lunch number. We are in the building, so if there's interruptions, we apologize. We're just going to keep going. The 6-digit number is also going to be used later, so don't lose that number. Write it down somewhere, save it. Your password's your district password. It's a made-up password that starts with a capital letter. It's some combination of usually a word and a number. Those were all given to you in the beginning of the year in your bag with the books and the computer. iReady is our math online learning component. We go on there to do a diagnostic test, which most of you have already completed, and then that puts you on your learning path. iReady is a fantastic tool to practice the math skills that we do together in class every day. To get to iReady, you're going to be in that student portal. There's a blue box like you see on the screen that says iReady. You click on that blue box. You're going to enter your 6-digit number, lunch number. That's going to be your username and your password. So you just have to remember that number for both. You find the state Pennsylvania, and then you hit the go button. And automatically your path will pop up. So once you're in there, it's really easy for the students to use on their own. We try to do about 45 minutes a week, sometimes longer on iReady. Sometimes we'll do it together in class, and sometimes it will be done during independent learning time. The next slide I'm going to go over is the Clever portal, which is going to take you to the reading practice. To get into Clever, you're going to be in Schoology, and you'll see what we refer to as a waffle. If you look at the red circle on the screen where Mrs. Porsche is pointing right now, that's the waffle. It's 4 little boxes. So you click on those 4 little boxes, and it's going to come up Clever app. You're going to find Clever app. Click on that, and then you might have to launch the app. Just click that as well, and it's going to take you to the login screen right there where it says Erie City School District. To log in, you enter that 6-digit number twice for your username and your password. In there, you're going to find Amplify. There's other apps like a Typing Club app that we put in, Who's Reading, Extra Math, things like that. So the students can go there during that independent time and find lots of opportunities for practice. Another great free reading app that you can use at home is called Epic. You go to the website getepic.com, or you can access it through our Schoology as well. You're going to enter the class code. We all have different class codes, so I didn't put it up on the screen. If you don't know your class code, please ask your child's teacher, and we'd be more than happy to give it to you. When you enter that class code, the whole classroom full of names will pop up. You just have to find your child's name, click on that. And then there are hundreds of books to choose from, and a lot of them are already recorded. They're called Read to Me. So if the child can just go and listen to the stories, the words are also up on the page so they can follow along. This is a great tool to use at home to practice reading for 20 minutes every day or even longer. Usually they like Epic so much that they want to stay on there longer than 20 minutes. Parents, this one's for you. Class Dojo, please sign up if you haven't already. This is a way for us to keep the communication between home and school open. It's almost like text messaging through an app. You can reach us throughout the day. We do check it frequently. We need more parents to sign up. It's a great way for us to send out messages so that you know exactly what's going on in the classroom. The sign up information was in your bag with all of the textbooks and computers. However, we know things get lost. So if you weren't able to sign up for Dojo, contact us and we will give you the information. Mrs. Porsche's email is tporsche@eriesd.org. My email is earnold@eriesd.org. And Ms. Rogers' email is crogers@eriesd.org. You can also message us through the little mailbox in Schoology. So if you click on that, you can send us a message and we would be more than happy to give you the information to sign up for Class Dojo.
All right. Hi, I'm Miss Rogers. Hopefully I don't get interrupted. So let's talk about our third grade schedule and etiquette. All right, our schedule, 8 to 8:45 is the specials. That is in their Schoology account. So it should say every day what their schedule is. 8:45 to 11:50 is academic time with a break included, whether it's art, gym, or music. 11:50 to 12:30 is lunch and recess or free time of your choice. 12:30 to 1 is your independent practice. So that could be Amplify, iReady, typing, Epic, any of those will be sufficient. 1 to 2 is our academic time with no break. And then 2 to 2:20 is our closer and our office hours if you have any questions, and you can pop up as well. Okay, so how to access the Zoom meetings. Step 1, go to Schoology. All of you seem really, all of your son or daughters seem really confident in going in Schoology. So log into that with their account, click courses, next click homeroom and find the third grade Zoom meeting. Click that twice and they shall be in their meeting. Okay, the Zoom meeting buttons, the start video, that's the one we use a lot. Then we have the stop video if we want them to stop their video so we don't see what they're doing. The unmute button is so we can hear them talk. The mute button is so we don't hear what's going on in their background. The chat button is where we ask them to write questions if we want them all to respond instead of having them talk through their microphone. And then the share button is if we want them to share their screen so we see what they're doing or what we know what is going on in their screen. Okay, meetings for Zoom. To be on time, be prepared, no toys or distractions. We do give breaks, so if you do have a break, they can play with their toys then. Meet from the kitchen or living room or somewhere quiet. It's important that you are meeting somewhere quiet. Make sure your video is turned on. Mute yourself until it is time to talk. Raise your hand if you want to ask a question or if you have an answer. No chatting or in the chat box while the teacher is talking, and be respectful. That means to use appropriate school voices. Okay, while in your Zoom meeting, please be dressed. That means wearing a shirt and pants. So we want to make sure we're fully dressed because we are at school. No laying down in bed. You can sit in bed, but don't lay down in bed. Have your microphone on mute. Have all your materials ready for the day. And most importantly, be in a quiet work area. It's very important. So Schoology code. So while your son or daughter is on Schoology, what your child says and how he says it should be school appropriate. Your child will use posts to discuss school related content. Your child will use a respectful tone when posting. All school rules, consequences related to harassment and or bullying apply while using Schoology. Your child will use appropriate grammar instead of texting language. Your child will not reveal any personal information on Schoology. This includes cell phone numbers or telephone numbers, addresses, emails, or anything else that is personal related to them. Thank you. Please stay healthy, be safe and responsible. Please make sure you're continuing to wash your hands so we can come back to school in person. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be safe, be
Bye.
healthy.